The new Stranger Things Season 5 making of documentary has sparked controversy online, so let's discuss. One Last Adventure, the making of Stranger Things 5, is now streaming on Netflix, and it gives fans a glimpse into the behind-the-scenes production of the final season of the show. We got to see the construction of various sets, the prep for shooting some of these sequences, and even the Duffer Brothers' creative process as they collab with other writers in the writer's room. But two moments from this documentary have been grabbed and thrown around online. The first point is that in the documentary, Paul Dichter, one of the writers, says there should be Demogorgons in the final battle in the Abyss. However, another writer, Kate Trefry, mentions there might be Demogorgon fatigue, as up to that point in the season, we'd already seen tons of Demogorgons at the Max Z Massacre, along with a Demogorgon taking Holly Wheeler. So ultimately, the Duffers and company decided not to put Demogorgons in the final battle, as the focus was on the Mind Flayer and Vecna. So they didn't forget about Demogorgons, they chose not to have them in this final sequence. And my focus while watching this scene was on this epic reveal of the physical form Mind Flayer in its natural form, with 11 facing off against and ultimately fighting Vecna. Not once was I wondering, what would make this better? The side creatures from this show showing up. On top of that, people studied the tabs that were open on the Duffer's computer, and they noticed a Reddit tab open, along with a ChatGPT tab. So now people are accusing the Duffers of using ChatGPT to write season 5. And that's just downright silly. Sure, they could have had a Reddit tab open, maybe looking at fan theories, keeping up with what the fandom thinks is going to happen, or just to get another comprehensive timeline of this show open so that they could have a reference point. Yes, they created the show, but there are tons of fans out there who have outlined things so thoroughly they might just be using it as a reference. And the notion that they use ChatGPT is absurd to me. Have your opinions on that platform and that software, but it's definitely used to help outline, and I could imagine that's what they were probably using it for. And another major point that's been going around is that the finale script was not complete when they started filming the final season. They of course shot this season for the most part in episode order, starting at the beginning of 2024 and ending at the end of the year. And it's not remotely abnormal for TV shows to finish scripts while they're filming. In fact, it's been done on this show before with season 1. When they started shooting season 1, they had to finish writing episodes 7 and 8 right after they finished filming episode 2, and that's what opened the door for Sean Levy to come in and direct eps 3 and 4. I'm not just making this up, you can look into it yourself. It's not like they started a 2 to 3 month shoot of a movie without a third act written. All that to say, lots of people online are trying to pick apart this documentary to confirm their negative feelings about the season's ending, because maybe it didn't live up to whatever people had built up in their minds, and it's kind of getting out of hand at this point. Have your opinions on the finale, of course, but there's no secret 9th episode. We got the ending we got, and it was an emotionally satisfying ending, with a beautiful conclusion for all of the OG party and the rest of the characters. But the hate train for the Duffer Brothers, season 5, and now this documentary is all so forced, in my opinion.